Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Macabre and welcome back to my movie library. Today I got the new 4K, thanks to Scream Factory. I got the new 4K of Roger Corman's film from 1980, Humanoids from the Deep. And I picked up a couple of other movies. I hope you'll stick around. I'm going to talk about this one first and I'll talk about the others. It's two other ones, but yeah, I managed to pick up two other movies when I went down to my local record store to pick this one up. I just instead of Amazon, I pre-ordered these from my local record store because I can still, I can save about $3 each on these. So, but anyway, I got this in and wow, look at it. I tell you right off the bat there, look at that slipcover. If you're a slipcover fan, you're like, oh yeah, that's the kind of stuff you like. I mean, I'm sure some people will probably be like, can we do without the banner at the top there, but still, look at that. I mean, that's almost 3D-ish looking, look at that. That's great the way they did that. But anyway, this classic monster movie from 1980. Same thing like last week when I did Galaxy of Terror. This is a movie I have seen it, but I've never owned it. I never VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. I never owned this movie. It was just a movie that, for one reason or another, was just never on my radar. But I have seen it. And then when it was announced that it was coming on 4K, I decided, it's about time. I need to add this to the movie collection. And but then again, too, it is about weird underwater monster sex. So what does that say about me? Best not to think about it. Anyway, so classic Corman movie. I'm trying to think if does it say on here. I'm trying to think. This must be some kind of like a Jaws ripoff, or not ripoff, but yeah, I guess you could say that. Oh, that's cool. Academy Award special effects, creature designed by Academy Award winner Rob Bottin. So, okay. I just now realized that you learn something new every day. But yeah, this movie I remember seeing it on when we had DirecTV. I remember watching it one night and thought, I was like, yeah, it's okay. It's a good movie. It's like you got, the late great Vic Morrow in here. You got Doug McClure. I'm sorry, I'm spoiled by The Simpsons. Every time I see that name, I just keep thinking, hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such, but Vic Morrow, really good actor. And so anybody else here? Sorry. But yeah, the funny thing is, this is a movie about, a slimy underwater monster that comes out of the ocean to mate with human women. And then the funny part is, this movie is actually directed by a woman, Barbara Peters. So interesting, But yeah, let's see here. This movie, yeah, pretty sure. Wasn't this movie produced by Corman? I'm sure it was. Anyway. So yeah, we got this from good old Scream Factory today, and there you go. There's the back of it. You do have some new bonus features, which that's kind of cool. Okay, so on 4K, that's another thing I love is the fact that both the theatrical and the unrated cut are on 4K. It's like, see, that's the way you do it. You don't just do the theatrical cut or whatever. Put both cuts on the 4K. Give everybody the choice. And Scream Factory, I applaud you for that. If you can, keep doing that more in the future. But yeah, you have a new 4K restoration of the theatrical and unrated cuts from the original camera negative, presented in Dolby Vision. New audio commentary with film historian Russell Dyball. Then on the 4K, you got those features as well. You got deleted scenes, theatrical trailers, TV spots, and radio spots. Hey, Rob, radio spots. You love your radio spots. Let's see here. Leonard Maltin interviewed executive producer Roger Corman on the making of the film. Okay, so yeah, Corman was involved. The making of Humanoids from the Deep, featuring interviews with Roger Corman, editor Mark Goldblatt, second unit director James Chartelot? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name. Composer James Horner, special effects artist Chris Wallace and Kenny Myers, and actors Cindy Weintraub and Linda Shane, alternate opening title sequence, and still gallery. So I imagine a lot of this is pretty much just imported from the Scream Factory Blu-ray, which, like I said, for one reason or another, I just never got around to picking it up. But here we go. And we got on the other side, kind of similar to the slipcover, except the slipcover has all the stills at the top. So there you go, the inside. And there you go. Oh, wait. Let me turn the Blu-ray around so you get a better look at it. Okay. There you go. Scantily clad women, you know, a big theme in the movie. But there's your Blu-ray and there's your 4K. And like I said, it's beautiful because you got both cuts of the film on both discs. So that's nice. Unfortunately, no reversible cover art. But, you know, is like same thing with like Galaxy of Terror. See, some of these Corman movies, like I said, I just never got around to picking them up. I never owned them before, so that's kind of the thing. It's the same thing with Forbidden World. That one's coming out next month. I have that one pre-ordered because again, that's a movie that, you know, like I've seen it, but I've never owned it. So it's like, you know, it's, you know, now is just kind of, I'm kind of getting that kick up the butt to start, you know, getting some of these movies in and, you know, adding them to my movie library. The picture quality on here is really, really good, really solid transfer. I feel that it is anyway. But the big problem is I got nothing to compare it to. I don't, you know, I didn't have any previous version of it. So I can't really say, oh, this is better than this Blu-ray or this is better than this DVD. But the picture quality on here looks really good. Unfortunately, I would say, it's just my opinion, I think that some people are going to feel, especially if you're like a VHS enthusiast, I think some people are going to feel like this picture is too cleaned up. Like, you know, I could see see people making the argument that a movie like this really should be watched more on something like VHS because the picture is pretty cleaned up, which means the monster, you can tell it's a guy in a rubber suit, you know. I mean, I think everybody knows it anyway, but the problem is with the 4K, it is glaringly obvious. You can see it's, you know, it's a person in a suit. And, you know, there are some shots, they kind of show it just a little bit too much, hold on it just a little bit too long. So you could definitely see the rubbery suit and all that kind of stuff. You know, nothing, you know, no slur on Rob Bottin or Chris Walas or any of those guys. I think that they did a great job with it, but I'm just saying it's going to look a little bit obvious when you're watching it. So, you know, like with the poor quality of VHS, it would have hid that better, and it would have looked, you know, I think for a lot of people, it would have been like, you know, yeah, that's the way to do it. You know, you don't want to show it too much and kind of hide it a little bit so your imagination works a little bit better. But then again, too, it's like, well, there it is. It shows you right there on the slipcover, you know. But, you know, some of the colors do pop out, especially like in the opening credits, you know, the red of the letters definitely pop out. You do get some really nice detail, though, in this 4K transfer. You do see, like, for example, you know, the scene where Vic Morrow is, like, sneaking around those guys' house and trying to listen on what they say. You could definitely see the, you know, the rundown kind of lived-in production design of, you know, the home that you could tell, like, this is a small town, kind of not, you know, not a lot of rich, fancy people and everything else. You know, you could tell these are like workaday, average blue collar people. And, you know, kind of the houses look very much lived in. Sorry, my air conditioner kicked on. The houses and everything look very much lived in. They look run down. The vehicles look run down. But it definitely does give you that kind of like fisherman kind of, you know, fisherman village kind of feel to it. And everything, and it looks really good. You do get you know, there is a fine level of grain that, you know, is throughout the whole transfer. So it's not like they did any kind of DNR or any of that kind of stuff to clean the picture up or anything. But at the same time, though, too, at least it's nice because it's not too grainy that it's, you know, that it's unwatchable. You know, overall, I think Scream Factory did a really good job. I think, you know, like I said, both including the theatrical and the unrated cut. I'm sure people will probably be like, they could have done more new bonus features. But, I mean, at least the fact that they added a new commentary, I think that goes to show that, you know, they are trying to, you know, give people a little bit more bang for their buck with these upgrades. Because, you know, and I think, you know, Scream Factory's pretty much listened in and they understand, like, a lot of people feel like, well, Scream Factory's upgrading this to 4K, Scream Factory's upgrading that to 4K. If they're not putting new bonus features on or something like that, a lot of people are just not going to, they're going to be like, you know what, I just stick with my old Scream Factory Blu-ray. That's good enough for me. Why should I upgrade to the 4K? So I do appreciate that Scream Factory's putting effort into this, and it does. It makes me want to keep buying more and more of their, their releases and stuff. So, but yeah, for a while there, I mean, unless it was a movie I genuinely loved, a lot of these Scream Factory 4Ks I would just pass on, because I would just be like, I got the Blu-ray. It's like there's no new bonus features. I'm sure the picture quality is not going to be that much better than the Blu-ray and stuff like that. So at least they're giving us something. So I got to applaud Scream Factory for that. And so yeah, I can't wait to get more of their titles. But anyway, I definitely recommend this. If you don't have it, I'm sure maybe some people who already have the Blu-ray, will probably be like, I already got it. I'll stick with that. The new commentary doesn't interest me or anything like that. So I'm not saying you have to buy this. I'm just saying, at least they give you some reasons, like if you would want to buy it. You know what I mean? But everything, yeah, the movie looks good and everything. So I'm happy to now finally have this in my collection on beautiful 4K. And there you go. So, yeah. So I'm not telling you go out and buy it, but I'm just saying, like if you don't have it, like I did, like I never owned this movie before. So, if you got, you got a couple of, if you're on a tight budget and the Blu-ray is the best you can do, hey man, no judgment here, okay. But if you got a couple extra bucks and you can't afford it, I'd say go ahead and pick up the 4K. Why not get in the best version you can get it, right? Even though, like I said, I think some people are going to probably be like, yeah, I'm not really keen on the 4K because it's going to show too much of the effects and all that kind of stuff. I like when it's hidden. So, but anyway, yeah. Before I go, I picked these two up. I haven't watched either of these yet. I'm looking forward to them. Both of them are 7 tiles. I just noticed this slipcover is a little dinged up. That's probably why I got it for such a cheap price. But anyway, yeah, I got this one here, La Noche de la Ira, which translates to Blood Hunt. Got that for $15.99. So I usually try to get some of these collector's editions from Sephron when I can, when they have them for a good cheap price like this. There you go. You see there's a little damage there on the spine. I can't show you the bag because it has boobs. So, but anyway, and there we go. Haven't seen this yet. It does sound interesting though. So, looking forward to it. A mature approach to exploitation. Okay. It's from Spain. There's the back. So, is this one? Yeah. The pick and paw influence is evident. It's like a hyperbolic version of the most dangerous game with generous doses of sordid 70s American rural terror films. So, yeah. Sounds like it could be right up my alley. No reversible cover art. I already checked. But anyway, I was like, yeah, the price is right, so why not? Add this to my Sephron collection. So, there you go. La Noche de la Ira. Blood Hunt. Anyway, and the last one I got, this one here, it was funny because I got this for $12.99. This is the Red Light Bandit. Sounds interesting. An exhilarating work of savage audacity, suspense, Valencia, sexo. There you go. Like all the stuff you want in a good movie, right? $12.99. I can show the back of this one. So, there we go. And what I was going to say, though, is like the funny part was I found this on the shelf next to a copy that didn't have the slipcover. It was funny. Got this with the slipcover for $12.99. The copy without the slipcover was $24.99. Go figure. Anyway, so here we go. The Red Light Bandit. The best of Brazilian cinema, a desperate, at times bitter and funny movie that mixes true crime, Godard, Wells, and flying saucers. Now, if that doesn't sound like a wild, crazy time, I don't know what does. But anyway, I'm going to check this out tomorrow on my day off. But, so yeah. Man, so fun times. But it's nice, nice to actually be able to pick up some movies again. And that's another thing, too, is I'm about finished with my new storage method. You can see the black storage boxes behind me. And hopefully I should be finished with that by this weekend. And next week I want to do a video talking about that. So I can't wait to show that to you guys. But anyway, so I think I did pretty good here. So there you go. So yeah. That's going to do it. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, could you please leave it a like? And if you haven't already, please go and subscribe to my channel. And that's it, everybody. Take care. Have a good night. See you all later.